Recording, here we go. Hey guys, so this is our first Zoom of Rock Solid Start. I am Danielle April Gatha. I have been a coach for almost 12 years, and I feel super blessed that I was a part of the mix of creating all of these coach trainings back in 2013 and launching them in 2014, which is super exciting. They really do make a difference and have an impact. A lot of coaches feel that they have met some of their best friends in these groups, their MES team members, especially when people aren't on the same exact team, but we're all a part of the Team Rockstar Fit family. So I'm super excited to be here again and relaunching the system after a little hiatus of letting people do it on their own. We're just really excited about it. So this is the very first level, and next month we'll introduce another one. But what I want to talk about today is, one, I want to answer any questions that you guys might have, but two, a lot of times when you first get started in coaching, it can be very overwhelming. There's a lot of information and you don't always know where to go first. Beachbody has really simplified it over the years. When I started in 2010, we didn't have challenge packs, we didn't have training, we only had two Shakeology flavors. And sometimes I think the simpler the better, right? You have less to talk about and less to learn. But we were the stepping stone and creators of a lot of these programs, which means that we brought value and things that we would benefit from and that we wanted to be able to duplicate so that you guys would feel confident as leaders as well. So if you go into your online office and you go to training and click start here, which many of you guys should have already done because we're on day 2 of the coach training here, everything is right there. We can all duplicate that. And it's great to give people access to that and then see where they run with it. These Zooms are going to be every single Tuesday at noon. I know not everyone's going to be able to get on. I'm going to try to do a 9 p.m. one, but that one's going to be more of a luck of the draw. So if I can get on and my kids are going to sleep and good, then I'll be able to run it. But I am also going to see if any other coaches are willing to hop in at that time and lead for you guys. So I just want to open the table here and see, Eve, Carrie, if you guys have any questions that you want to start with before I continue on. If there's anything that you guys want to know, if there's any information you want to share about your experience with coaching so far or over the years, anything like that. Okay, Eve is good. Carrie, if you're good. So one thing that I do want to talk about is we are never going to know it all. Never, because Beachbody is always evolving, always changing. The products that existed 10, 12 years ago when I started are no longer even a part of Beachbody. They are consistently improving things, making them the best that they can be, and taking things off the table that just aren't working for us. So that being said, we're always in a learning phase. For example, for the first time right before this Zoom, I sent a share cart to one of my coaches who's already a coach. So I had never done that before, but she's been a coach for a little bit and she is a military spouse and hadn't set up her total solution pack yet. So I was really excited to do it because I didn't know if I could send a coach. And for a lot of us, we have people who are doing it just for the discount, right? And maybe they don't know how to get into it. Sometimes helping our coaches see what a customer experience is through share cart and things like that helps them realize how easy it is to share it with other people as well. So this is a special time. We have coach training as well as Team Cup. Hopefully a lot of you guys are on Team Cup. If you're not, it's okay. You actually do still have a little bit of time to get in. So ask around if that's something that you want to do, but it's just a good team camaraderie. It has a lot of focus on Success Club, which hopefully you know by now, but this might be all new to you because I know some of you guys just signed up in the past week. Success Club is basically something that corporate has created to help us to kind of gauge growth monetarily in the business, right? If you're hitting Success Club every single month, see if I can, my husband's calling and just want to make sure that he's not bringing the kids down. Okay, you're hitting Success Club every month. Not only does that help you know that you're growing, right, your monetary, but helps you're bringing new people in as well. The problem with Success Club sometimes can be that you get so focused on that you kind of forget about the people you signed up the month before. So what we're really going to focus on is kind of taking care of those people in one place, not overwhelming yourself, and utilizing the team. A lot of people forget that the team part of this is what brings so many of us into this. I know for our team, we have a large group of all of our challengers, and some people have smaller groups of customers who want something a little bit more intimate, text messaging, things like that. But the large group really helps because the best thing about this business is that it can run when you can't. Meaning, when you establish and you get things going, if something happens in life, which we all know does, family is sick, work gets crazy, the kids have an injury, different things like that. You have to travel to see family last minute, whatever it might be. This business can be run and supported with our teams as well. It's not just going to fall off. If you don't show up at work tomorrow, they're not going to pay you for that day, right? But with these businesses, with Beachbody, you're building a lifelong community and we support each other. So this is a huge, huge opportunity to meet new coaches. So I want you guys to interact in the group, definitely engage. While I am posting the daily things, don't be afraid to interact with people. See if there are people in your area who live near you. Read those bios. Maybe there's someone you connect with. Example, I have a new person on my team cup from a team I've never met before. And what do you know? Her upline coach, who asked if I could take her on, is also from New Jersey, lives in the Outer Banks, and we just moved from Virginia Beach, which is only an hour from there. Like, we had so many things in common. A lot of times you end up finding people who you just vibe with, who you really resonate with. And this is really good because sometimes we don't always resonate with our upline, right? Or our fellow team members don't want to do anything with the business. So it's great to find those people who do want to do it with you. The biggest takeaway is going to be, like I said, each day we have a body, mind, and business focus. Don't overwhelm yourself. Break it down. Do one thing at a time. This session, this training is only 10 days. So Monday through Friday, weekends off. But you're going to have the entire month to complete those trainings. And then next month, we'll start the next level. So if you feel overwhelmed today, if you're listening to this and you're like, oh my God, Danielle, I have the job, I've got kids, I got all this, that's okay. You can block out 15-minute increments, get that personal development in. If you can only do one thing, make sure what you're hearing and the voices that are going into your ears are positive, are encouraging, and are pushing you in a direction that you want to be. It's so easy to get negative and surrounded by toxicity right now. Turn off those voices. I haven't watched the news since, like, I don't know, March of 2020. No joke. So if I just noticed it was like, ugh, like this feeling, right? If you have that feeling, even if it's someone close to you, even if it's family, you might have to stop answering the phone. You might have to stop, having that conversation. And sometimes it can be hard. But a great example, I was hanging out with my girlfriend one day, a wife of another military guy, and she was just angry at her husband for XYZ. And I was trying to be supportive and this and that. And when I went home that night, I said to my husband, man, I feel like I'm mad at you. And like, I know you didn't do anything, but it's because I just kept hearing that anger and frustration and all of that toxicity from someone else, that it almost stirs up. Oh, yeah, my husband did that like 3 years ago, right? Like, it stirs things up. So it's okay to walk away and not have your ears on for those situations. It may not be easy to say to them, hey, I can't talk to you, right? But it also may be a conversation to have. Like, hey, every time we're together, like, you're constantly complaining about XYZ. Like, can we just change the angle of the conversation? Is there something that we could talk about that's a little bit more positive, or, that can help you get through this instead of continuously being stuck in it? Sometimes friendships break because of that, but sometimes friendships and bonds become so much stronger because they know that you're going to be truthful and honest with them. One thing you'll hear a lot in the coaching business, especially as you start, is that you might have to sacrifice some things. However, those things that you sacrifice now allow you to give time to things that are going to make your life so much better. I don't sacrifice time with my children, but I do sacrifice time maybe going out, right? And doing things like that. But then that saves money in my bank account. So, like, there's a win win in different areas. So, you have to really sit down. And I want you to take this week to prioritize what your goals are and why they're important to you, right? A lot of us shared that in the last couple of days, but I really want you to dig in. Why is that important to you? So when I started this training, my husband and I were going through a really hard time. I remember creating this training. It was like the summer, I think July of 2013. Trina was on a diamond call and said, "Hey, I need someone to help me with leading this group." And there were four of us. We jumped in. We all raised our hand at the same time. And she was like, "Okay, you guys, we can all do it together." And it was great because not only was I stepping into a leadership position, but I was now surrounding myself by people who are now top in our team, right? And we all forged the way together, which was absolutely amazing. But right before it started, September of 2013, I'll never forget because it's a huge part of my life. My husband and I were going through a lot. He was deployed constantly. We had a 1-year-old child. There was so much going on. Our marriage was failing miserably. Something happened. I called Trina and I was like, what am I doing? I can't do this. I can't lead people in this training. My life is literally crumbling right by my side. Like, what is happening? However, my marriage, and I say this lightly because I don't want people to take this incorrectly, my marriage was not a priority at the time because we were a military family, because my husband was constantly away, and because our marriage was not a priority for him either. So I was struggling with, do I put my time, energy, and focus there? Right? Or how can I focus on this and help people when all this is going on? And Trina simply said to me, why would you get rid of the most positive thing and the best thing in your life when you're trying to work on something that you're struggling with? Keep this here because this is going to make you your best. This is going to lift you up. Some people might hear that and think, oh, they just want me to be a part of it. They don't want my business to crash, blah, blah, blah. No, I needed that. My husband and I are still together. So, whoa, we have 3 kids now. And we have an amazing life that was created because of this opportunity. We just left Virginia Beach, sold our home, moved to the mountains in Tennessee. We'll be building a home eventually, but we live in a camper, a small camper with 3 children, and our relationship is the best it's ever been. Our communication is the best it's ever been. I can personally say that we would not be here without the tools that we both used because of what Beachbody has brought to the table. That's not going to be everyone's experience, but I share that because you are not alone when you're going through a tough time. Be open. I called Trina immediately, right? I called my upline and said, this is what I'm going through. I can't handle this. And she talked me off the ledge, right? So make sure you're open in communication with your upline. If they're saying something, my children are about to walk in, so it might get loud. If they are saying something that doesn't resonate with your goals, be open with them. Hey, I know you want that, but I don't. Hold on, buddy. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, you got stung again. Okay, let's get ice. I'm on a call. Oh, man. Okay. Okay. Oh, the puffy one. Were you petting it?
No.
Okay. Shh. I'm on a call. Okay.
We found two. We found another frog.
Okay, I just need 2 minutes. Oh my God.
We found another frog, and it was sleeping. Yeah, it was sleeping.
Okay. Okay. I just need a minute. Okay. Do you want to go in there with your ice?
Yeah.
What does Louie need?
Louie needs a band-aid change. She had socks and shoes on.
Oh, great. Great. Okay, good. Okay, I need you in there, sitting in front of the fan, relaxing. Good. Putting the ice on your finger. You're doing great. And Louie, you're doing good. Okay, I'm back. Here we go. So, where was I? Make sure you're open with your coach because a lot of people leave these businesses because not that their coach is trying to push them, sometimes they are, but because they fall in line with goals that don't match what they need. Hey guys, okay, hold on. Oh my God, stung by a bee, crying for lunch. I have the reality. But I lose my track and that might lose my train of thought. Okay, I'm gonna get you cereal. As I just said, we're doing so great. They're like, no, Danielle, the is about to hit the fan. Here you go. Here you go, Boo. There you go. Yay! Get the strawberries out of there. But a lot of people fall off because they get pulled into something that doesn't align with them and what they're looking for. If you financially need this right now, you know what? Success Club isn't your focus. Okay. If you financially have needs that you need to pay bills, you need to keep the light on, you need to keep food on the table, then you need to have that talk with your coach and say, hey, what is the best way for me to build an income right now? Not a team, right? I need the commission, and be open and honest with them, because Success Club is great, but sometimes it can be a little overwhelming. And sometimes we can miss people who just need a 7-day body pass, right? Who just need a bod membership and don't need the upsell. Sometimes that upsell turns them away and then they don't get anything at all. And with our subscriptions, I just want to remind you guys that you guys earn 40% commission with those subscriptions. So the bod membership, the body membership, yes, I can. They give you 40% commission. So if you have someone who needs money like next week, okay, guys. Okay, I just need 5 minutes. I just need 5 minutes. We're so close to done. Okay, all right. I'm going to wrap it up because this isn't going to be fun. But you guys get where I'm going. Yes, no. You guys get where I'm going. And this is reality to a T. 5 more minutes. Yep, I did just fix your pants. I have a 2-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 9-year-old. And I'll tell you that, okay. Down. Okay. I'll tell you, every day they each have, just take them off and go in here. Go in there. Stand in front of the fan and air off. You're sweaty, babe. Every day it's a different one that needs more attention than the other. But Ella V, my first, was around Zooms all the time. So she was super used to this. My second, I kind of took a step back and relaxed my business a little bit. And he wasn't used to Zooms or any of this business stuff. So he is the least adaptable. And then number 3 is 2. So it's nap time right now. So he is like ready for sleeping. But sometimes you just need to take a break. And when you're not leading, you can easily be on mute and do what you have to do. But when you show up and you adapt, this is what makes the business strong. It can be overwhelming sometimes, but sometimes you just have to kind of go with the flow. So I'm going to hop off. I am so proud of you guys for showing up today. Again, I'm going to try to do tonight if I can for people who need to get on tonight. Have a great day, and I'll see you live next Tuesday at 12 p.m. Bye.